I was shocked. A lot of people don't know that Kevin Nealon, of course, they know he was on Saturday Night Live, but what they don't realize is you at one point auditioned like 5 times for the TV show Cheers when they were first starting it, and that you were very close to being the Ted Danson role on Cheers. You were going to be Sam Malone, right?
That's right.
5 auditions.
5 auditions.
What year was that? Do you remember?
I was probably about 25, 26, so maybe decade ago.
Yeah. And that would have been a fucking unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about.
That would have been great. I mean, sometimes I sit back and I think, how would my life have been different?
Right.
And I wouldn't have wanted that because
Seriously?
I'm happy where I am right now. Yeah.
But Cheers would have meant multi-millions of dollars. Not that you didn't make a great living, but multi-millions of dollars. Probably an even bigger kind of career in terms of film and stuff. I mean, Ted Danson became a household.
He dances around and does whatever he wants to do,
See,
right?
I never thought about it that much. You're right, though, now.
I'll make you leave here and have a lot of regret.
Completely depressed.
A lot of regret.
But did you look at what Ted Danson did with that role and say, what?
Oh, yeah. I love that show.
Yeah.
Every time I watched it, I thought that could have been me.
But seriously, when you are that close to getting a role in show business, it's like, that's a big job. And then when you saw it on TV, were you like, that fucking guy isn't even that good in it. I am 10 times better. Were you bitter?
No, I wasn't bitter. I was very young at the time. And they, after a week goes by after my last audition or callback, 2 weeks go by, and finally they call my agent. They say, we're looking at some people that are older for the role. I was only 26 at the time, originally the character was a bartender and an ex-football player instead of the baseball player. And I was an ex-football player and I was an ex-bartender from the East Coast.
Did you audition for Mr. Jim Burrows?
Jimmy Burrows was in the room and the Charles brothers.
Because these guys are all geniuses, right?
Yeah.
And did you ever call up Jim Burrows and say, listen, Jim, why didn't I get the role? Did you ever talk to him about it?
No.
5 auditions the guy made you go through.
And in the last audition, the Charles brothers, I remember hearing them say this. They look at each other and say, we're not getting any closer than this. And I walked out of there thinking, man, this is it. Man. This is easy, this business.
Yeah, I made it.
But it didn't happen.
When you saw the success of Cheers, you must have been floored by this. Am I correct? I'm fascinated by this.
It was a gradual thing that had happened. It wasn't like successful right away, like a lot of shows.
When you hear the Cheers song, does it make you cry?
It does. I got 6 callbacks for Friends.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
And I got 7 callbacks.
to play Batman.
To play Batman,
Yeah,
that's right.
But
Michael Keaton got it.